Hello everyone and welcome to another episode where I'm answering questions from the Automation Guild 2018 Roundtable Conference I was speaking at. This question is from Ayman and she wants to know, what do you think about using more than one automation tool or script to automate one test case? So that's a really good question actually. Using multiple tools throughout within your automation framework is, I think, absolutely essential because it's hard with the complexity that we have in the applications at the front end for web applications, for mobile applications. It's really hard for any one tool to have all the answers, and they would certainly not. Even if they do have, they won't be the best. So the only way to get a really good and robust and cohesive framework is to use multiple tools. For instance, if you have a web application that we are testing, you would want to have certain database tests, database queries in there. Probably you might want some API tests in there and UI tests at the same time, because any functionality that can be done at the database level or the API level or web services level is far more better done in those spaces than doing it at the UI level. And that's just one example. Reporting is another thing. Reporting, some tools are very good at finding objects and writing text or interacting with the DOM, but they're not really good with reporting. So you might need a separate tool which does awesome reporting for you. And there are a lot of other features of a framework that you would want, consider using different tools for. So absolutely, that is, I think, a very important thing to do, that use multiple tools. Also, that's also one of our values as in which we are redefining software quality is technological excellence. And on that note, that's how softwares are developed, right? So any piece of software is not using just one specific tool or framework, that they're using multiple layers and multiple tools throughout their technology stack. That's why it has a stack. So if you have an automation framework which is testing a software which has a whole technology stack, if you do want to check all those levels at the technology stack, you would need a similar set of technology stack for your framework as well, isn't it? That's just real common sense. So, and that's what's generally lacking in most places, that we are just confined to a very specific portion of the application, and the rest of the area of the application is just slipping past. And that's where value can be added. Probably if you spend let's take an arbitrary example, if you would spend 400 hours man hours at the UI level, probably if you would have spent those 400 man hours automating tests or doing checks on the lower levels, that would reveal far greater coverage, and they would be far easily maintainable and quick to execute as well, compared to the one done at the UI level. So yeah, definitely multiple tools. Try to hit all the different levels of the technology stack, and don't shy away from using different tools at different levels. The only caution, the only statement I would make to caution about is make sure that the different tools are compatible with one another. Obviously they have to be of the same language for the most part, and also they should be compatible enough and your framework is able to seamlessly communicate between tool A, B, C. For instance, if you have something, if your front end is written in JavaScript, for instance, it won't be a really wise thing to have your API level written in Python, right? So that was an extreme example, but just to illustrate the point. So tools should be compatible enough with one another for the most part. If they are within the same language and you have a well-built framework around it, for the most part it should not be a problem, but something to make sure of. So I think that I hope that answers the question. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, add them in the comments below. If you find this video useful, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to join us in redefining software quality. See you next time.